Hello.
Evening.
Conversations we have in the green room is great, isn't it?
No.
No. Andy's all right, though. You all right?
I feel a bit nauseous, to be honest, after that conversation.
It ended on such a high note 24 hours ago, and it started on such a grim one.
Yeah, we haven't left. We've just been discussing crap since yesterday's show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have. Have we been all right since last night? I'm good.
Marvellous.
Now that you're asking, whoever's got the TV on, can they turn it down, please? Charlie,
Yeah,
I
I know.
can tune in.
Yeah.
Come on, have a word.
Oh, little bollock. Look at it.
Well, look, you hear him saying, Michelle, Andy just told you to turn the TV down.
Yeah. Michelle, please, dear, would you turn the television down?
Look, you can see, Michelle, Andy just said, turn the TV down. That's shocking.
Just having a barney with the wife live on YouTube. But that's all right. How we doing, though, yeah? So while the TV gets turned down, how's things? All right?
Good.
Couldn't be better.
I've missed you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a long 24 hours. I'm glad to be back, and I can see that the chat's buzzing, so appreciate everybody that's joined tonight.
The chat is absolutely buzzing. We've got Dr. Von Hoot. First of all, we've got Ryan Riley, who was in first of all. Much love from TN. Thank you very much for joining. There we go. The door's closed now. We can go back to quiet. There we go. Evening all. Von Hoot. Chris Bell. Greetings and salutations. Good evening, Deadman. Deadman sent us a little image. He picked up one of the World Tree variant covers that we kind of did on the Monday show, and he's picked that up. So we'd love seeing that. At me Ducks. Good evening, Dan. How you doing, sir? Yuko demands treats. Good evening, everyone. Bonjour, mon ami. Oh, Edvig. Woo. Looking forward to this one. Leon. Hello, killers. What's up? Not much. Just a conversation that we had backstage. We'll talk about that to close out the show, and you can all go and have a Google and see what we were talking about. Why not? There we go. The Batzilla cover wins. We can move on already. There we go. Evening, peeps. And +1 to what the doctor said. There we go. So with that, we might as well just jump straight into it with the business side of the things that we normally do. We get down to business, we argue for about 15 seconds, and then Andy or Peter will win. Yeah, that's what it is.
Standard.
Can Andy do that?
Get ready. There we go.
Pulled my neck.
Look, it's hurt his neck now. It's hurt his neck. Well. Killer covers, February 21st. I think this is probably the 3 strongest covers we've had in a while, as I think Fuzzy said over on Instagram. Up first, you'd think this was handy, but it's not.
It's not.
It's Peter.
Yep. I got in there first. So this is Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, issue number 5, cover B by Jock. And now, obviously, we all know Andy's a massive Jock fan. I like some of Jock's work, but I don't normally kind of gravitate towards it. As soon as I saw this, the colours, I just love I know Batman, the silhouette kind of his old hat at times, but I love the kind of the silhouette of him with the cape kind of flapping in the wind there. And then I think the Kong and the Godzilla just look absolutely stunning. I wish this was a Virgin cover. I know we say that every week more or less, but I really wish this was a Virgin. I'd love to get a copy of this and get it signed at Thought Bubble by Jock. I just think it's a stunner. It's a really, really nice cover.
Yeah, I think if he was to sign Batman's cape in white.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Has anyone been reading this?
So my pal Efren's read the first couple of issues and he quite enjoyed it, but I've not heard good things from pretty much anybody else.
Really?
I'm waiting until the thing's finished and then I'll go back and read it in one sitting.
Who's doing the Eternal art on this?
I'm not sure.
Just trying to think. Yeah, I mean, I've had some fantastic covers, but again, it just seems like a cash grab.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I think, I read the first issue. Not really all that, but Andy, what do you think about this cover?
I think you already know what I think of this cover. As soon as I saw this on previews, I sent you guys a picture in a chat. I think it's one of the best Jock covers that he's done. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I know that people joke how much I enjoy his art, but this is sensational, and I think DC's done a fairly decent job with the sort of minimal trade as well. because I really had concerns that it would be blazoned with logos and all that good stuff. I would love if Jock brought this out as a print.
Yeah.
So that would be fantastic to get him to sign. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning. And as I said, Peter got in there before me. Age, obviously, before. Respect your elders, I think is what they say. So
Absolutely, yeah.
It's getting good. It's getting good feedback, though. Getting good feedback.
Has he done covers for each of the issues, or is this the first one he's done for this series?
This is the first one he's done for this series. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to say, it is a lovely cover. It is a lovely cover. So yeah, you've done well. You've done well there, Pete, to get in before Andy. Normally Andy gets in. I've noticed with you now, Pete. You kind of get in a week before, or you're like, I've got this, I've got that. Have you noticed that, Andy, as well?
Oh yeah, he's learning. He's
for the
he gives us aura. He gives us sort of aura that he doesn't care.
I'm nothing if not premature, as my wife says. So I always like to get in, and finish the business and done.
But we said that last night. We didn't say that last night, but we said last night that you put a message
last night.
You said last night, what comic list do you need? And we was like, we need this, and this. Within seconds, it was like all done. So you had it planned.
On the ball, man. On the ball.
Because you're YouTube royalty now, you've probably got someone else doing that for you. So push up.
Outsourced.
Outsourced.
Yeah, he's called James T. Keegan.
Yeah.
That's what he's called.
Justice League, Third Godzilla vs. Kong, issue number 5, cover B by Jock. Fantastic there. Ooh.
So, seeing as I couldn't pick the cover that I wanted to pick, I went for the second best cover, I guess, of the week. And this is by the fantastic Scott Young. This is Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1. Love this cover. I don't get bored of any of Scott Young's covers. And I think in particular the colours pop in this book as well. And it just gives me a nice, happy, fuzzy feeling inside. So not that type of fuzzy, the other type of fuzzy. So yes, I went for Scotty Young issue, Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1.
I do like this one. It's a fun cover, and I think this is one of the best Scotty Young covers I've seen in a while. If I'm being honest, I think you've picked a good one here, mate.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Speaking of Fuzzy, where is Fuzzy? Is Fuzzy been in the chat? I'm like, there's a disturbance in the force.
No. Chris has said clearly, and of course, this is one for me and Fuzzy, even if he isn't here to say so. Where is he? Where is he?
Someone's send out the Fuzzy sign.
Hashtag where's Fuzzy? I think everybody in the chat.
One of our Fuzzies is missing.
Yeah. Yes. Hashtag where is Fuzzy? Not the Nakayama. There we go. So yes, but yeah, and where is he? Shaman, that's okay. Wayne will be in soon. He's checking some comic mail that came. Okay, so I assume we've got Wayne Deacon and we've got Mrs. Wayne Deacon. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining, Shaman. So Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1. What do you think about this, Pete?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to be honest, Scotty Young, I kind of get a bit bored of these covers, but this one's pretty nice. I like the fact that there's a multitude of different characters, and I particularly like the Ghost Spider kind of perched on the edge. Nice.
There we go. Look, the 1 week Scotty Young is picked and Fuzzy isn't here now. Hashtag free Fuzzy. Yeah, wherever Fuzzy is, whatever the ransom is, we're not paying it. Okay? Just letting you know, we're not going to pay it. It'll be fine. He's fine. So Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1, Scotty Young, Virgin variant. And I've gone for Green Lantern War Journal issue number 6, cover B by Reza. This is awesome.
Reza.
I think this is awesome. I've never read a Green Lantern comic in my life. Got no interest in Green Lantern as one of the DC characters, but this for me I just think it's great. My only thing with this, and I'm going to say it before anyone does, is it a photo?
That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say that this has been done before by the same artist or a different character.
Yeah.
So this is why I didn't pick this one up, but I did pick his previous.
Who was the character? Who was it?
Black Adam.
That's the one. That's
Black
yeah.
Adam
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. I think it's good. I like it. That's why I picked it. Clearly.
Nice ring.
Yeah.
She said, "Lovely ring." There you go. But what do you think, Peter? Do you like the green? Do you like the colour?
I do. I quite like these kind of covers. Yeah. And again, as Andy said earlier, I think DC are kicking Marvel's arse in terms of proper placement of trade dress and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Discreet and out the way, letting the artwork speak. I quite like that one. I think it's nice.
The only thing is, I still don't know why they have to put the barcode on the front. Why can't they just put it on the back?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think they've started doing that because they say who the artist is on it, who's done the cover arts and stuff. But I just like it on the back. It would look so much better with just the two logos at the top. But I mean, is what it is. Is what it is.
Sorry, Chris Bell's just hit the nail on the head. It looks like an M People cover. That's what I've seen it before.
It does. That's exactly it. It is an M People cover. I mean, I didn't realise that this had been done before. So if it's been done, it's been done. But yeah,
James isn't happy with us by the looks of things. He's voting for the Nakayama Edge of Spider-Verse cover.
No, seriously, no Nakayama Edge of Spider-Verse. No, I don't think there is. Barcode in the Black is a bloody nightmare. I guess it is because obviously they have to, if it's bagged and balled, they have to take all the balls off, and then they've got to do stuff like that.
Especially when you're scanning on CLZ. Have you ever came across that where you have
Yes.
to lift it slightly and then it's at the top and you have to tape and
It's an absolute nightmare. Right. So the vote is live. We shall crack on with that. You can always do what you've got to do. Head over to the YouTube channel, vote away, and then we will see who wins at the end of the chat. End of the show.
Who's Andy?
Who's Andy? I don't know.
And the voting?
And the voting? What? Oh,
Andy and Charlie.
That's what, Amdy, little Amdy. There we go, little Amdy. There we go. But yes, that's it. That's a freak of the covers. You got myself, you got Pete, and you got Andy. There we go.
Andy.
See, even I'm getting confused. This is Peter's fucking job.
Andy's good. I like Andy.
Jesus, Andy's. I like Andy's one. Yeah, you got you got Peter's one, Andy's one, and my one. And also tonight, I think Pete's doing a little giveaway. So all you got to do is, and we've already updated it. So it was going to be #FreeFuzzy, but it's going to be #root beer because Pete, would you like to show everyone what you're drinking tonight?
It's delicious. Australian.
It's like cough syrup.
I had. Do you know what? I did a show the other night and I had a bottle of this, and it was like a taste test thing, and I like it. It's nice. It's like I feel like I'm 8 again, drinking medicine for a cold or something. But it is quite. It's doing the Benelin. It's doing the trick. It's doing the trick.
See that? Oh look, we've started something now. Jesus Christ, James. Oh, it really grinds my gears. And some barcodes are on the bottom of the back, on the top of the back. Some are on the top, some are on the bottom, some are in the middle. Absolute nightmare if you use CLZ. Yes, it is. Yes. So I'm just going to. It is first world problems. So there we go. Chris has started it off well with the #root beer. There we go. And at the end of the show, Peter get his lovely fingers out and he'll do a selection of comics what everyone could win. So there we go. Didn't they take that off the market when all those hillybillies went blind?
Was that not moonshine, not root beer? Was that?
It's probably the same.
We'll
You're
see.
probably drinking the same thing, Pete.
We'll see. I mean, by the end of the show, if I can't see, yeah.
There we go. There we go. Root beers are coming in, and root beers for all. There we go. So we are here to review the 2 comics that we chose this week. It's week number 7, which was last week. We've got the fantastic Deviant issue number 4 by James Tynion and Josh Hixson, and then we have Transformers issue number 5 by Daniel Warren Johnson, with the colours by the magnificent Mike Spicer. Up first, we've got the Deviant issue number 4. 4 covers out this week. We've got the main cover by Josh Hixson, cover B, which is the Matt Lewinsky black and white variant cover, cover C, which is the 1/25 Alison Sampson variant, and then cover D, which is the 1/50 Martin Simmons variant cover. Which one of you gorgeous men would like to take this away first?
Go for it, Peter.
Okay. Can I start off by saying I hate cover B? That's
It's horrendous,
awful. That's I've not seen that one. I'm like, So this is Deviant number is it 4 or 5? Deviant number 4. This has been superb so far, telling the story of basically a killer who murdered a whole host of kids back in the day, and then was arrested by the police and then locked up in jail. And the story basically follows this young guy who's wanting to write a comic book about it. So he visits him in jail, and then alongside this.
Sorry, Pete. Fuzzy's really enjoying this. At least I think that's what he said from the small crate in the corner of my room. So
I'm just picturing that. I totally picture that.
I'm picturing it. I'm picturing Chris sitting on the crate, actually. Yeah, with his little hands kind of reaching out. Help me. Yeah. Send help for Fuzzy. Yeah. So yeah, this has just been tremendous so far. Now, I've been worried a little bit because I think sometimes with Tynion's work, it does start to kind of lose a bit of life as the series goes on. But I don't think this is. I'm still enjoying it. This issue was interesting. It ends with a pretty horrific kind of assault, really, which speaks to kind of modern day society and how certain groups are being persecuted and attacked, I guess. It was just a really interesting story. I like how they've brought the kind of the disgruntled, what would you call him, racist cop from a couple of issues ago back, who's kind of lost his blah a little bit. Artwork remains really, really interesting. You go from very standard pages of just people talking like you've got there, which are really well defined and put out, and then you've got just stunning, horrific artwork, like that one in the end there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Got 4 more issues to go, is it? Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm hoping it maintains the pace, because I think once this is finished, this will be a really nice collected edition that'll sit on your shelves for a while and you'll keep going back to.
Yeah, I think this issue is kind of up the ante a bit. We kind of see a bit of the backstory of the two, more of the main character who's like writing his comic or he's writing his trade paperback or whatever he's writing and stuff like that. But it's really making me think now: is it as clear as it is meant to be?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's twists and turns along this, and I think that James Tynion does that fantastically. Like The Last House on the Lake was an absolute mindfuck. That was all over the place. But then I started reading it a couple of weeks ago, and I got to like 5 issues in, and I was thinking about how he's planned all this out and stuff like that. And there was twists in that. Yeah. This is awesome. This is a really, really good comic. I don't think it's going to be as clean as we think it is.
I don't believe, it'll be interesting what Andy thinks as well. I don't believe that we're only at issue 4 and he's kind of confirmed who the villain is. I don't think that he wouldn't do that. We've got 4 more issues, do you know what I mean? There's got to be some twists and tales.
What are you thinking, Andrew?
I'm loving this series. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think this particular issue gave the whole story, as it were, like kind of a really meaningful advancement. So we kind of found a lot more out about the characters themselves. It's fair to say, I don't know if you guys would agree, that this is a fairly slow-paced book. And don't be expecting as you go issue by issue to get really massive reveals. And that's why I think when it's collected, as you say, Peter, it will probably read a lot better. I think though that what James has done is he's kind of added a kind of an extra dimension to the characters in this particular issue. And it kind of is really focusing on that sort of growing obsession of the Deviant killer, which I really enjoyed in this. And then there's obviously Michael's sort of obsessive personality, his sort of fascination with true crime never comes out, and it gives you that sort of a little peek into the darkness of his sort of mindset. I think for me, I came up with a theory the last time, but for me, this one, what came out was it really focused on the mask in one of the panels, and I think what maybe James Tynion is looking to talk about is what's behind the mask, because you've got the mask of the killer himself, but then you could kind of say that the guy Michael, because of his because he's gay, he's kind of hiding behind the mask as well. So does he put on this other mask to become free and do what he wants? My theory is that it's the boyfriend who is the killer. That's who I think the killer is.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because he kind of touches on the whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing, like the panel I picked on the left when they're kind of walking back, and I was like, sorry, but if I'm walking back with someone like that and then they're my partner and he starts talking about that, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'll be all right when I get home, I'll be fine, you won't touch me and stuff, which is why I kind of think was he's too used to it. Do you know what I mean? He's not scared of a situation or a conversation that's come up like that, whereas any other normal person would be like, what the fuck? No, mate. So
I think, I'm interested to know what you guys think about the guy who's in prison, who's been kind of... I think he's going to turn out to be the original killer, because I think James Tynion's taken a lot of time in trying to make we feel sympathetic towards him.
I think the son is... That's his son.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the boyfriend is the guy that's in prison.
Yeah,
son.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That makes
it's
sense.
there's definitely like that image. I think, did you pick that one, Pete? The one on the right hand side.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
It's horrific. It's horrific. I just love the fact that we're still reading a Christmas comic, and it's mid-Feb. I love it. I like how grainy it is. I like the whole storytelling. I think this is probably James Tynion at his best.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. I just, yeah, as you said, Pete, I hope it keeps the same pace or even picks up slightly. I hope it just doesn't dip, and we kind of think, oh, this could have ended at issue 8 when it's got another 4 issues to go.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I'd give this a solid 9. I would.
If you look at each of the issues as well, the character and the second page, there's always at least one panel where he looks at a Christmas tree. So
Yeah.
that's why I picked that page. I noticed that in issue 3 as well, that there's a panel where he kind of glances at a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And if you remember back, that was one of the things that
Yeah.
happened where they sort of, once he'd mutilated the character, or the two kids or whatever
Strung
it
them up
was,
like a
then
Christmas tree,
strung them up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And I like the way they always bring it back to that, so that your mind's always thinking, wait a minute, he's having a chat with this police officer, but he's accused of doing, or he's been put away for doing these horrific acts, sort of thing. So
was it the first cover that showed the Christmas tree in the corner, and then it showed the killer in the windowsill?
I think so, yeah. It's been some great covers for this, actually. It's a great little series.
Yeah, my favourite is cover B. I think that's. I mean, what is that? Like, I don't. We've got Comic Tom in the first one. Yeah, we got that one. I do like the third one though. I do like the Alison Sampson though. I think that's pretty cool. And the Martin Simmons.
That's my favourite, I think.
That reminds me of a film. It's not the Shining, is it? Is there a place? It reminds me of
maybe.
It reminds me of something like that. But yeah, overall, I'd give this a 9. It's an enjoyable comic. I look forward to reading it when it comes out. What about you two?
Yeah, I think. I mean, this particular issue, I'd probably go an 8. But overall, the series is a 9.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd give this an 8. It's one of those ones. It's a definite read. It's a definite pickup for me. So hats off to James Tynion.
There we go. Yes. So up next we have. There we go. We've been waiting for it. We struggled to read it this week, but we found it. We read it. We got it done. 4 covers. We got the main cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. Cover B by James Stokey. We got cover C, which is the 1 in 10 Orlando Oracina variant cover, and then we cover E, which is the 1 in 50 Carl Kirsch variant cover. Oh, just, yeah. I was so excited to read this. I cannot wait for this to continue. I personally, I want Daniel Warren Johnson coming off the art. I really don't. I've gone with panel 1 on the left-hand side. It's just the Optimus Prime at the end. Is such a fantastic art piece. Like, if that was on the main cover, just that in white on the main cover saying Transformers, whatever, that is awesome. This story for me was just wholly enjoyable. I absolutely loved it. This is the one that I look forward to every single time it comes out. I look forward to reading it. It just piques my interest every single time. We've got bloody Devastator now, which is just awesome. Megatron's back. Like, it's just wicked. Decepticons are like reaching full force. Autobots are reaching full force. The humans are getting involved. Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with this comic at all.
I don't know about that. I think it's good. I think it's good, but I think the nostalgia masks and hides some of the drawbacks of this comic. I think there's the odd panel on it that I've said before that is really rushed and dare I say it, badly drawn, where it's confusing and you can't understand what's happening in it. I think
Who is this guy, Pete? Who is this guy? No, I do get what you mean. I think
Mike Spicer does Daniel Warren Johnson a favour some of the times to actually clarify what's happening in some of those panels by the colours that he uses. And I'm okay with a change in the art for as long as Daniel's writing it. I think that's the main thing for me. I don't think there's a comic out at the minute that sort of carries the momentum from issue to issue. Better than what Transformers is doing at the minute, but it just feels like it's just total fan service at the moment. As long as each issue introduces some mega robot that brings back that nostalgic feeling, then it's going to tick that proverbial box.
Yeah.
Whoever picked page one, that for me gave me sort of flashbacks to the wrestling comic that he done, because there's a panel that's exactly the same as this, where he's carrying
do a power bomb. Yes, yeah,
that's it.
I couldn't think of where I'd seen it before, and it was driving me absolute balmy, because I was like, is it a film? Is it a TV show? It's do a power bomb.
And I don't think it's by accident. It's also like a homage to Batman and Robin as well, you know, and those sorts of things. But yeah, this was a solid read for me. Again, it gave me everything that I needed from a nostalgic perspective. And I don't know the Transformers that well. So whenever they're introduced to here, I have to go away and find out who they are and what they're all about and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be interesting once that first arc's done. Would we be happy with it just finishing then, if it's going to come to an end? Or are they just going to drag it on, you know?
I do agree with you, mate, that like some of the I think it was in, I don't know what page it is, but there's one of them and there was so much going on, and I was like, I couldn't work it out. But I think, like Von Hoot has said, it's near perfect in my opinion. Some art can feel rushed, but I think it's intentional. It did. I know it was a battle scene and stuff like that, but I mean, there's ways to do it. Like in the middle one, I think Andy, you picked this one. That's a great battle scene, but there is some of them where there's like a clash of colours, and I don't know if it was intentional, because I was constantly looking at it, trying to work out who was who, whose limb like belonged to who and stuff like that. But overall, I'm loving this. I can't see no wrong. I'm looking forward to getting trade paperback. Definitely. Peter? Yeah,
I agree with what Andy's saying in terms of the nostalgia pushes this forward a lot for me. I'm loving it because I'm a Transformers fan, and I feel like I'm finally getting a Transformers comic that I'm enjoying. We're on, what is this, issue 5 or 4?
Yeah,
5. We're on issue 5, and this feels like it just a balls to the wall action movie, very much in contrast to the comic we've just read, The Deviant, which is much slower pace. I don't know that I could keep this pace up for another 10 issues. Do you know what I mean? At some point, they're going to have to slow down.
Yeah.
And give us some more detail. Yeah, some more kind of character development, I guess. That said, I am really, really enjoying it. I personally, the art style is working for me. I enjoy the way he writes out the kind of the noises that are happening and things around him. Going back to the covers you just showed, Charlie, I'm so pleased that I didn't see that cover B, because I liked the reveal of Devastator at the end. I think I would have been cheesed off if I'd seen that before I went to read the book. But yeah, loving it. And I loved the use of Megatron's arm. I thought the use of Megatron's arm was really, really well done. So yeah, still loving it, still enjoying it. Can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, cool. What did Deadman said? I thought of Batman 156 when I saw that panel. I assume you're talking. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's cool. Exactly. I mean, I just thought if Fuzz had done that. There he is. What time do you call this, Fuzz? Eh?
Oh, it's okay. Thank goodness.
Not the greatest.
Let him out of the box.
He has let him out of the box. Not the greatest for me. Felt like lots of fighting for fighting's sake. It's enjoyable. It's not a great story in my opinion. Get back in your box. Off your pop. There you go. Here's the thing, though. If you didn't know Transformers, did you enjoy it? It's a perfectly executed action romp with likable good guys and awful bad guys. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know Transformers that well. I don't know if I would totally agree. It's definitely for me. I think it's a perfect Transformers fans comic depiction, but I don't know if it's a perfect comic.
There's a I think it was last issue of Transformers. There was a panel in it that was literally like it had been taken out of Murder Falcon, and Murder Falcon is awesome. It's obviously another Daniel Warren Johnson comic, but that's awesome. But yeah, I didn't realize how much I liked Daniel Warren Johnson until I kind of started reading his old stuff, and then obviously do a power bomb, and then now this. Yeah, it's just wicked. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Deadman has said, I know little of these characters, but enjoyed the book so far, along with Duke and Cobra Commander. Yes, Cobra Commander issue 2 came out. That came out this week. It came out yesterday, so looking forward to reading that. But look, it's a good comic. Looking forward to it. We're going to see, hopefully, as you said, Pete, if it does keep up that pace, there's got to be a lull moment in it where it just slows down and we find a bit more about the characters. But who knows? We might just continue like this for the foreseeable. Who knows? I say it every week. Beneath the Trees is a perfect book, a great as Transformers is, there's no comparison. No, there isn't. Oh, the chat's going again here. Certainly perfect for Transformers fans, agree, but the amount of people that have never read Transformers that love it suggests it works for everyone.
Fair point, yeah.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Before we go on to the indie picks, let's go over to YouTube and have a look at the vote. In 4% is me in last place. In second place is Andy with 35%. And in first place with 61% of the vote is Peter. Absolutely running away with it, sir. We've had 11 entries for the hashtag root beer. Just shouting out there again, it's hashtag root beer if you want to be entered into Triple G's giveaway at the end of the show. There we go. Just wish Beneath the Trees was available for us mortals to purchase. I'm not sure what you understand. It is.
Probably issue 1, he's probably getting...
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
that kind of, that flew off the trees, didn't it? There we go. Right, we are in. I didn't actually mean that. That was a slip.
Good. Well done. Yeah.
That was a slip of the tongue. I'll leave it out. Don't worry. Killer Indie Picks. February 28th. This is for next week. There we go. So, Andy.
Did I finish? Yeah. Duke issue number 3. I don't know. I can't remember.
It was your Andy.
Duke issue number 3, Joshua Williamson doing writing, Tom Riley doing artwork, Skybound, all part of this sort of Energon universe. And I've been enjoying it again. Duke's not a sort of character series that I know much about, but much like Transformers, it's just a good kind of a story that has the odd panel on the odd page where it kind of intrigues you to and it leaves you sort of hanging at the end all the time to want a little bit more. And it feels like if you're reading maybe 1 or 2 like Cobra Commander, Transformers, that you're invested at this point, that they've got you, and you're going to have to read everything to kind of understand what's going on. So this is why I picked Duke issue number 3.
I'm looking forward to this. Along with Transformers, I think this is kind of my number 2. I know Cobra Commander's only 2 issues in, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first issue of this and the first issue of Transformers. I've gone back and started reading Void Rivals again, and again, it don't give like the excitement that I think I was expecting from it. Obviously, there's that wow moment where the Transformers there, but it's not. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I think this is definitely the two strongest ones.
Yeah, I'm loving this. I really enjoyed the first 2 issues of this. It's just fun, you know. Yeah, great book.
Then up next we have Peter, you picked another Storm Maria, mate. This is wicked.
Yeah, I'm loving Ribbon Queen. This is just mental. This is the Ribbon Queen issue number 8 by Garth Ennis. This is just horrific. So as the stories progressed, we've learned a little bit more about the Ribbon Queen. For anyone that's not reading, this is basically a story about police corruption and how the police have been abusing their powers and things like that. And then there's this entity called the Ribbon Queen who comes and basically exerts justice on them. And the whole premise of the book, as Garth Ennis kind of writes in the first issue, is that old saying that careful of that, it'll cut you to ribbons. So that's stuck in his mind, and that's a power set basically. So your skin just, I don't know if you read this yet, Andy, but your skin just spirals off, and the artwork for it is just horrendous. So you just see the ribbons of skin coming off and off the fingers and things, and it's just a really engaging story. So the horror element is there, which I'm loving, but also the kind of the police work and the detective work is just brilliant. Yeah, love this book. Really, really enjoying it.
I loved issue number 1, number 2, number 3, and I don't know what, I think I just forgot to read it. But issue number 1 was something I really wasn't expecting, and I was kind of like, bloody hell. And then I kind of got thrown in and continued to read it. I totally forgot this was still going on, so thank you for bringing this to my attention.
How many issues is this going to be? Do we know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I don't think it's an ongoing. I think it's a bespoke series or something. I might be wrong. Certainly in the last couple of issues, they've kind of gone back in time and they've given you the background to the actual Ribbon Queen itself and things like that. So, but I'm not sure how many issues in total it is.
I haven't read any issues. The only sort of thing I've heard about it is like you've mentioned to me, Peter, and stuff like that. So I don't know, am I too late to jump on, or do I just wait until the trade comes in?
Well, I'm not sure, Andy. I would. Oh, Dead Man's just saying 8 of 8. Oh, you're right.
It says on the bottom of the cover, doesn't it? There we go.
Yeah. Dead Man's eyesight's better than mine. So yeah. There you go. Charlie, if we can just cut that last bit. Andy, it's an 8-issue limited series, mate. So, you know.
So only 8 issues then? Oh,
Eight
that's
issues,
great. I'll wait
Andy.
till the trade
8
comes
issues.
out.
And this one here is 8 of 8. So that's
So this is the
8.
last issue?
Okay.
Yes. That's
Right,
right.
so the one before it was 7 of 7.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. And 9.
This was 8,
There
surely.
is no 9. There's no 9 because there's 8. Right?
Right, okay.
Got you.
All right, okay, cool. So there's 8 of 8, there's no 9 of 9 and 7 of 7. Right, we got that. So there we go. AWA, artist, writers, artisans, 8 of 8. There we go. World Tree, talking about, see, look, I've done it again. The James Tynion. The James Tynion. I'm enjoying
The
this.
World Tree.
I've been enjoying this. I do like it. It's a bit freaky. When issue 8, I think a lot of people dropped off of this after I think issues 3 or 4. I kind of just stuck to it, so I kind of just kept reading it. But Gabriel Winter always had one eye on the future. So how long did he know that the end of the internet was inevitable, or that the Lane family would be at the centre of the conflict elsewhere? FBI agent Siobhan Silk's search for Phaser nears its end, but what she stumbles across is worse than she ever imagined. So this story is getting worse. As soon as one thing ends, another thing pops up, and it's all about to do with the internet and the evilness of the internet, the dark web and stuff like that. James Tynion's fucking messed up, man. Like how he thinks of this stuff, quite frankly. I was like, he's going from like the Deviant and he's writing this, and there's got to be a part in his brain that must be like, are you really going to go there with this? Like it's, yeah.
So are you up to date with this?
No, I've got I'm up to issue 6.
Okay, so I have been continuing to read this, and I am. What can I say? I love the concept of this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's amazing, and some of the artwork is very, very cool and stuff like that. But I really do get Nice House at the Lake vibes from this a little bit. As it's gone on, it's getting more confusing and more convoluted. And then we had a time jump, and now we're back. And I am, if I'm honest, I'm struggling to follow it. This is probably the one for me that, again, once it's in a trade paperback or something like that, I'll be able to sit down and read the full tale. I don't think a month between issues is helping my slow, aged brain.
Yeah. No, it's true, and I think that's like there's like a big delay with comics that come out. Like they start off strong, and then before you know it, you've gone 2 months without another one coming out, and then you kind of lose track of it. EC Comics returning in the summer for any horror fans. Jason Aaron, Rodney Barnes, Lee Mijo. Can't wait for that. I wish Hill House Comics would have kept going with DC Black Label. That was pretty good. Like basket full of heads, and then there was refrigerator full of heads and stuff. That was really enjoyable. I really like that stuff.
Dollhouse as well, wasn't there?
Dollhouse, there was Dollhouse, and there was the Plunge that was underneath.
I got the box. There was like a little box set that did with all of them. Got that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm done with World Tree. The last issue was a mess. There we go. My pleasure, Hotels. Not read it since issue number 5. Yeah, see, I don't know. Yeah,
I found it too convoluted for me, and it made my brain hurt a little bit. So I just gave up. I couldn't be asked, to be honest.
I think we might see a slowdown in the number of new Tynion books now. He's launched his production company. Yeah, he's got, what is it? Tynion Onion or Tiny Onion? Tiny Onion. There we go. Fuzzy Gargoyle of Gotham takes 6 months between issues. Yeah, that's a good comic as well. That's a good comic, but it's just
that boils my piss, because I mean I was talking to Fuzzy about that a little bit.
That's a new one.
For a new book, there's absolutely no excuse for that.
Yeah.
It's a limited series. Just don't put it out until it's nearly complete. Don't take the mick and kind of put 6 months between issues or whatever. It's just ridiculous. It irritates us.
And what everybody doesn't know is that when Peter does boil his piss, he puts it into a bottle and sells it as root beer.
It's nice.
He was actually drinking a fresh pint of it last night. But it's interesting you say that, Pete, because when Jock did his Batman book, he didn't. I think he took less than 6 months to do 3 issues, and he was writing and doing the art.
Yeah.
Like it can be done. I just think, I don't know. You don't know what these other artists and writers have got on their plate there.
Yep.
Here we go. Hashtag boils my piss. There we go. That'll be the root beer, Pete. There we go. Issue 1 came out September last year. Issue 3 out end of May. That's shocking. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And what's Doctor One Who? Yeah, Gargoyle was taking them it to the point I've lost interest. I can't even remember what happened in issue 2. I really can't. Agree for all limited series. The story should be complete before it's put out in comic form, and it should be a week for each issue. 100%.
I think I'm still bitter, you see, from some of the was it Kevin Smith Daredevil books and Bullseye books where it starts, you think, oh, this is good, and then it just never ends because he doesn't do another issue. You know, I can't be chewed with that. God,
is that Gargoyle issue 3 out this week, isn't it? Or
don't know.
I'm not sure.
There's one of them that's got a really good cover, and it's with the guy that does the stuff for the Gorillas. Is it James Hewlett?
No, that's the Batman. I know what one you're talking about. It's like the faded. Yeah, I know exactly what one you're talking about.
Tattooed stuff like that. Looks
yeah. What happened to the recent Brian Hitch Superman book? Did issue 2 ever come out? That's another one.
Superman, who cares?
Yeah. Still waiting for Ram V to do Radio Apocalypse 3. It's about 2 years now. I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Whatever happened to Radio Apocalypse?
Issue number 1 came out. Issue number 2, never heard of it again. That was it. Is it Mainspring in Earth?
Text them.
Yeah, I do. I need to go to the coffee shop near where I live and pop them in. I haven't bothered reading it until issue 3 and 4 arrives.
Pop them in.
Pop him in? What do you mean pop him in?
I need to pop him to the coffee shop. Pop in.
You said
pop in. You said you were going to pop him in.
Is that how you get your...
I will do anything for you guys to get issue 3 out. Don't worry about that. Is Gargoyle 3 got a first appearance of a young Joker? James, maybe you could answer that one. If I could be bothered, I'll order it. Jamie Hewlett from Gorillas does the one in 25.
That's it, Fuzzy. What a cover that is. It's fantastic.
There we go. Just can't do the world tree. That's it. So, up next, we have Canary. Now, have you guys been reading this? No. This was released on Comixology. Yeah, this was released on Comixology a few years ago. Issue number 3, I think it's the final issue. This is all is revealed and Hulk descends the mind to levels never before reached. The nightmarish truth of Canary is finally revealed in its finale. Don't miss the heart-stopping conclusion of this gruesome Old West tale, blending modern horror, historical fact and Western lore. Jesus Christ, I'm having a stroke again.
I like a very historical story.
Historical fact and Western lore. Scott Snyder and Dan Ocean have created a uniquely terrifying thriller in Canary. There we go. Who doesn't love a horror historical fact? Jesus Christ.
Here's a favour, Charlie. Will you tell your missus to turn the TV up so we can hear you?
I think I'll just get her to take my place and present with you two misfits instead of me. I can just go and shake in the box that Fuzzy was in Chris Bell's room. I need a timeout. I'm tapping out. There we go. I'm tapping out. Canary. This has been awesome. Andy, you said you read this was on Comixology. I think they must have the partnership with Dark Horse Comics because every single comic that comes from goes onto there. This is awesome. Pete, have you read this?
No, not yet, mate. Not yet.
The art is awesome. The art is.
I think I need to reread it. It seems that long ago since I read it in Comixology, like a lot of stuff before it comes to print Dark Horse. But the artwork's fantastic. Obviously, Dan's doing the artwork, but it's a typical Scott Snyder book that is either waiting to be a TV show or is waiting to be a movie.
Yes, looking forward to that. So that's that. That's Canary number 3. Then we've got the Nasty. Now, right, Pete, I've picked this right because me and you have been like, oh, it's not that great. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's not that. I'm going to give it another go.
So I've given it another go. So do you know what? The artwork is not for me, and it's not going to be for me. It's just not my taste.
Yeah.
But I read the last few issues, and actually the story's pretty good. I'm going to see this through to the end. Again, I think this will be a one that's good to read as a trade paperback rather than monthly installments. For me, it's just, I sound like a broken record. The art doesn't fit the story. That's the thing for me.
Peter, did John Lee send you a cease and desist, and this is why you're changing your tune?
He did.
He did. That's all,
Yeah, it was a formal court order and everything. So.
But I'm going to give this another go because I read issue number 1 and 2 the other day, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I like the premise of it. It's just the artwork. I think now I just associate John Lee's with Alex Cormack.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Is that maybe what we were hung up about? Like we couldn't get over it. That
I think
influenced how we felt about the overall story.
Yeah. And there we go. Look, Fuzzy said this issue is supposed to be very good. I'll read. That cover is based on Fuzzy escaping from the crime.
The vault.
From the Chris Bell vault. But this one is Halloween is fast approaching and it's almost time for the big horror festival. With Red Ennis gone rogue, Thumper absent, and the locals being worked into a frenzy, it falls on Mira to rally the crew and finish their film. But as she discovers the horrifying truth of the cursed videotape, Mira also finds herself the unwilling star of an all too real horror. Yeah, see, I also read this. It kind of like the comic becomes the comic. Like, yes, I'll give this another go. What's Dr. Horse there? I want to like the nasty and didn't like 1 and 2, so I'm going to have to give it another go. Shots because John Lee's is wonderful. There we go. Yes, it is. There we go. So so that's John Lee's issue number 7, and then we've got / Back to School issue number 3.
I forgot all about this. We read this, didn't we?
But again, this has taken a month or so to come out.
Right.
Issue number 2 came out in November the 22nd. That came out 3 months ago, which is
4 issues, isn't it? This is only 4 issues.
It is only 4 issues. Yeah, it's only 4 issues. But I mean, this one comes out next week, and then the one after comes out a month later. So, but I mean, I don't know if it's Image or something, but I mean, like 2 months to bring out a comic. I've totally forgot what the story's about.
It just kills any momentum for me.
It does.
You know?
It does. But yeah, this is a / Back to School issue number 3. You're an old school hack and slash reader, though, ain't you, Pete?
No.
You're not?
No, I'd never read any hack slash, which is why I really enjoyed issue 1 of this. And I thought, this is... And I think we read issue 2, and I thought, this is interesting. And then I've completely forgotten it even existed, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, the chat's going. I feel like I need to watch the start to learn about the dungeon I'm allegedly held hostage in. Been delayed a few times. This. We're just glad you're out, Fuzzy. This. Could you imagine coming into a chat and just finding out you've been in a cage? It's just mind fucking. Just like what? This poor fella, Fuzzy, you was probably just like having your dinner or something. You've just come back in and there's a search party out. If you #free Fuzzy and you've been in a dungeon. I'm not out. I finally just got signal. This is hilarious. This is it. It just
we're actually writing our own comic and we don't even realise it, guys.
He's just run out of bat for the Mars bars for Fuzzy. There we go. Look, he just let him out. Told him to go and get his own. But yeah. This is the. / Back to School issue number 3. Then we've got this one. Oink oink. This little piggy. Right? I've been hunting Pete.
God.
Right, here. This little piggy, right, is issue number 2. So smell the air, filter out the extra scents, the pine, the flowers, find your sweat, your perfume. You got it? Good. The hunt begins, but a father and son realise they don't see anyone with eye to eye anymore. This is just freaky, man.
That synopsis didn't make any sense, but it was what's the book about?
That was the synopsis. I thought you just went on one again.
No.
So basically, reading issue 1 already. All Reggie wants to do is uphold family tradition. He has studied, he's learned every technique. Now it's simply time to put everything into practice. After stapling piggy masks to their faces, Reggie must confront hunting down his long-term crush Abigail and her family. Coming of age is hard to do when you're a werewolf. So that's issue number 1.
I like the
Issue
logo. I
number 2.
like the little pig face on the top of the eye.
Yeah,
this little piggy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to reading this. I like abstract comics. I like weird comics. So yeah, do you reckon you'd be reading this?
No.
Really? This cannot be as bad as what was it? Rabbit face. What was the rabbit mask? Bunny mask?
Bunny mask. Yeah.
But I've got a surprise for you guys. Look what else is coming out next week.
Jesus,
we've
been talking about Humbaba for weeks.
It's been deleted. It's a horrible deja vu, this show.
Yes.
Do you know what? I don't think it's ever coming out.
Did we imagine this book? Did you make this up?
I think I made this up on Photoshop in my dream and just thought, well, we
Dead
might as well
man's
just put it
ordered
out.
this, so
Yeah, he
I'm not
thinks
sure
he's
what he's
ordered it
ordered.
from where?
Yeah.
He's ordered it from Charlie's Canva.
I now understand that this is the noise that Fuzzy makes when he wants to be fed by Chris Bell. Mama, mama.
Chris Bell's standing naked. It says the word humbaba, humbaba.
Well,
Right,
at least
Pete,
it gets
calm
the
down.
hose again.
It's all Silence of the Lambs, isn't it?
Or it gets the hose again.
Oh no!
If it doesn't say humbaba, it gets the hose.
Oh no! Charlie's away.
Done. That's it. Yeah. Charlie's willed this into existence. Oh my god, right, I need to let me compose myself, Bubba. I can't get that image out my head.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Jesus.
Deep breaths, boys.
Deep breaths. Right, moving on from Bubba. Jesus. My eyes.
See
been
Fuzzy's
humbabbered.
comment. See Fuzzy's comment.
Jesus, bring back the nerd. Whoa, Jesus, shocking. Shocking. I imagine Charlie said "humbaba" 3 times into a mirror. He won't leave me alone now. Honestly,
Yeah,
he won't.
maybe the comic will appear.
Hopefully, and then I can send it to Dead Man because I think he's purchased about 30 comics. Right, this is the Killer Comic Show sneak peek for next week. This is where we show you the 4 comics we got up for a vote. Go over to the community tab, and then you can pick them, and then upload them, and then you can go. We got 4 comics this week. We have Andy. What have you gone for?
Can I withdraw this option? Because I read this today and I haven't got a clue what was going on. I messaged you boys and I was like, I've read it twice and I still don't know what's going on. Apparently, you've got to read another comic first to then read this to understand what's happening, which was obviously my downfall because I didn't. So, guys, don't vote for this. Don't even put it up in the vote. Scrap it. It doesn't count. It's horrible.
Okay.
I mean, that makes me want to vote for it more.
It does because I want to read it now. Yeah. You've gone for. I'm glad you picked this one, Pete. This was wicked.
Yeah, so I've gone for Elvira meets H.P. Lovecraft. I've been really enjoying this little kind of set of series. The last one was really, really funny. I've never read, up until the last year, never read or watched anything with Elvira. I was aware of her, but I've never kind of watched any of her movies or anything like that. So I was pleasantly surprised when I read a comic last year and found out that it was just genuinely batshit crazy and funny. So this is a new little series. Can't wait to get into it. Can't wait to dive into this and see what it's all about.
I think I picked this about a month and a half ago on FOC, and I'm like, there's some amazing covers out there. There's some really, really good covers. But yeah, she's got a set of lungs in her. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've gone for Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 2. I'm looking forward to this. This is we mentioned it last night on FOC that this has been probably the best Spider-Man comic that's been out in a while. The market's been saturated with them, but I'm looking forward to reading this one. So yes, and then based on what Andy said in the chat yesterday or today, Hellblazer Dead in America issue number 2. I haven't read it yet. Is it worth a read?
I've not read either of them. I started reading it, but I haven't read issue 1 or 2 yet.
I thought
Andy?
issue 1 was. I've not read a lot of Hellblazer. I don't know a lot about John Constantine, but I thought issue 1 was fantastic, and issue 2 definitely kept the pace up. But if you don't know a lot about John Constantine or Hellblazer and the sort of backstory, you might find it a little bit tricky, because I certainly did. I was kind of like, I don't know what this is talking about at some points. And speaking of Ultimate Spider-Man, if I can just jump in, I read it today, and issue 1 is so much better than issue 2. I was so disappointed.
Oh, really?
Oh my god! Sorry to jump in, but yeah, it was. I think I was really like hoping for something spectacular, and I just didn't get it. It was okay, but it's filler, to be fair.
Oh, bloody hell.
Which is sad to see after only issue number 2 issues, you know.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and I had really high hopes. Like issue number 1 was so good. I thought, yeah, number 2, they're going to be able to keep it up. and they haven't. And it seems like it's just, well, we can always fall back on the Avengers comic that was amazing. What's that one, Pete? The
Twilight.
Avengers Twilight. Yeah. That's been good for 2 issues. Hopefully number 3 will be good. Batdan has said, the previous Hellblazer art was brilliant. This is the same team. Expect great things. Yeah. And Fuzzy has said, Hellblazer 1 made me genuinely laugh out loud at times, but it must be a Scottish thing. John Constantine is wicked. Like, I think he's a great character.
Some of the humour and some of the dialogue in issue number 1 and 2 is very, very funny. I must agree with it. Was that this week, last week? I'm getting mixed up.
A couple of weeks ago, you said that Beneath the Trees issue number 3 was filler, and then you apologised when you was on holiday as you were sinking your sangria. You came on and said, "I've read it again. I was wrong. Please accept my apologies."
I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. I reread it, and everything that Peter said was absolutely correct, and I hold my hand up to that because I know when I'm wrong and when I'm right.
It's good that we're a friendly bunch and we don't hold grudges or anything like that. I bring past mistakes. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Chris Bell said, you said that about Beneath the Trees, Andy. I don't believe you anymore. And then I think someone else said another comment. Oh, yeah, it was Chris Bell that said, you said that about Beneath the Trees, Andy. I don't believe you anymore. And then we've got, he did. Guilty. Liar. Beneath the Trees, fillers. Shame. Guilty.
Fuzzy and Chris are like the 2 old men. What is it, Wardolph and Statler?
Yes.
Rubbish!
Throwing things at people and saying, entertain me for free.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's going to be fun because we can do that at Thought Bubble. We can throw things at them and tell them to entertain us for free. That'd be great. So yeah, but yeah, they're the 4 comics.
Guilty.
Hashtag guilty. There we go. And then you can find us over on the anti-socials at Geeky Guy Comics on Instagram, on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it. You can find the guy below me on YouTube doing all kinds of funky stuff. You can find him on Instagram as well. And then you can find Andy, who will be getting back into Instagram, hopefully, to do like his indie pics and stuff like that, because I've missed that. Will you, Andy? Help me out.
You're no Comic Tom. Did you see that comic? Wow, they're cutting tonight. My God.
Oh, Jesus, they are. Maybe we should lock them up more often.
I didn't read the comic from Tom.
I didn't read the Tom from Comic
Tom. Was it cack or was it decent?
I haven't read it.
Anybody read it?
Yeah, I didn't read it. No, I didn't read it. Okay, come on, comic fam. It's time to leave. There we go. So yeah, you can find us on our socials. Do what you got to do. Follow it over. Now, who's the winner of the winner chicken dinner? Well, it ain't going to be me. So I've still got 4%. I'm in last place. Andy has got 35%. And with 26 votes and 62% of them is Peter for the 2nd week in a row. Last week it was Spider Spunk Up the Walls. And this week it's Gorilla. What, you didn't hear about Spider Spunk?
Of course I did. I watched the rewind twice.
Spider Spunk, and I just love it at the end. Pete was like, "Oh, I've won. I'm finally on the board." And I was like, "Yes, you're finally on the board with Spider Spunk." There we go. Nice. So we're at the end of the show. It's that time for the giveaway. So how do we do this, Pete? I have to share my screen, don't I?
Share your screen. Hashtag root beer, if anybody's not put it in yet.
If anyone's not done it, you've got 10 seconds to do it before I head over and flick the dingle. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Right, hashtag root beer. We've had 14 entries. Let's get going. Who's on the winner chicken dinner this week? Charmaine Deacon. Charmaine, that is Wayne Deacon's wife.
Oh, smashing. Congratulations.
So, there we go. So, congratulations to you, Charmaine.
Charmaine, get yourself a Wayne to drop us a line on Instagram with your address and whatnot, and I'll get the book sent out to you. Right, chaps, we'll just do the usual. I'll finger me books. Just tell us when to stop. Charlie, do you want to go first?
Stop.
Front or back?
It's Thursday. I'm feeling fruity. Let's go from the front.
The front, you dirty beast. Andy?
Can I have the
14th from the
16th?
16th. Yeah, you see, 16th from where?
The middle? From
The middle, the exact middle. 16th in which direction?
going towards the screen.
Okay.
You've said that before, Ed.
Ready? Charles,
Stop.
front to
Back.
back. Andy,
The very last book.
and one more, Charlie.
Stop.
Front to
And
back.
back.
Right. So, Wayne, you'll get the Weeping Blade and some cards. Send them your way. And
Ooh.
Wait a minute, what's that propaganda you're wearing on your shirt?
that's one good. Oh, wrong one. That's
Oh,
I can't work it out. I can't work it out. That's One Good Scare Show live tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Hashtag segue.
Hashtag segue. So yeah, Justice League #1, Clayton Crane, I believe that
Nice.
was. We've got Magic: The Gathering by Boom Studios, issue #1.
Nice.
We've got shiny
Ooh, love a shiny.
foil cover fuzzy. Foil
We need
cover.
one show without saying it, Pete. One show.
Foil. That's a Wiz Comics #1. That's why I laughed. Dark Ages. That's quite
Oh, nice cover.
I like that one.
Is that Arbin Coelho?
Yeah.
Yeah, great cover.
Oh, that's a nice one. And that's a
Nice.
variant Star Wars. Bit of Vader action going on there.
Nice.
So there you go. Wayne, drop us a line. I'll get those sent out to you, bud.
Look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's another fantastic show, boys. I love my Thursday nights, and it's all because of you. It's all because of everyone in the chat. I love the fact that we even get the locked up people from the crates being given their time out to come and spend time with us. So yes. Without saying too much, I think we got some pickups, haven't we, boys? Eh?
Pickups.
What have we got to do? I ain't got no pickups, so you two can shake a jingle and crack on if you like. I'm just going to sit back and drink my tropical blast. There we go, Bosh.
Needless to say, I have one or two. So I picked up a sort of mystery box from Whatnot, and these were the highlights of said box. And then I'll tell you at the end what I paid for it. Okay, so you can
Julia,
you can decide. Okay. So first up, would
would you like to be big? Would you like to be made big,
No.
Andy?
No, you know I don't like that.
Well, you said it last year.
You. First up
nice.
was Avengers number 66. This is the first mention of adamantium in
Nice.
comics. Not in the greatest of Nick, but you know it's an all with or a flaw with Oz or all with flaws, whatever you call it. We had issue number 154 of Avengers.
Nice.
This is the first Tyrak and Lord Arno in comics.
Nice.
Issue number 158 of Avengers, and this is the first
Nice.
appearance and origin of Graviton, and it's also a great cover for Wonder Man versus the Vision.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So that was a good start. Some Jungle Action Black Panther. This is issue number 21, and this is one of the 3 issues where Black Panther is fighting the Ku Klux Klan. I'm sure you're all familiar with that series. This is
I so prefer the old Black Panther comics to any of the new stuff.
Yeah, it's the Jungle Action even before the Black Panther series.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. More of a modern one. Got Family Guy.
Look at that.
So this is a fairly expensive book to pick up. There's only like 15,000 print run for this.
Wow.
I don't know if it's the first appearance of
Mhm.
Family Guy in comics, but yeah, it's cool to get that one.
That's cool.
Got Marvel 2-in-1. This is
Nice.
issue number 54, first appearance of Titania. We've got classic Iron Man issue number 100. I think it's a sense cover, could do with a clean and press, but I don't know if this only came in newsstand version, but this is obviously a newsstand cover. We've got Thor issue 139, older copy. This is the first cover appearance of Sif.
These are some great covers, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. This is a poor. This is probably VG at best. Uncanny X-Men issue 120. This is the first cameo team appearance of Alpha Flight.
Yep.
We've got Hulk issue 234.
Nice.
That's the first appearance of Quasar in comics.
Nice.
This is a good mystery box.
It's not bad, is it? Got Captain America. And now I've got this cover. This is issue number 193. Classic Jack Kirby cover. Those who know the Demon in a Bottle story, this is the second part of that. This is issue number 121 of Iron Man. This was a strange one. I noticed that it was actually signed. It's signed by Mark Waid on this.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Bit of a random one.
That was a good little series, that actually.
Yeah, it was quite. Is it good? Yeah. The next one I have is Ghost Rider. It's issue number 68. And this is a key because it tells the origin of Ghost Rider in comics.
Oh, cool.
Daredevil, issue 141, third appearance of Bullseye.
Nice.
Some Neil Adams classic, World's Finest, issue 178. This is the first appearance of a powerless Superman called Nova in this one. And this is the first appearance of Firebug in Batman issue 318.
Oh, cool.
That was all the cool kind of like minor keys, major key books. Then it had some like old oddities like this romantic story from 1958, no less. So I thought that was pretty cool. It had some Jack Kirby goodness.
Oh, nice.
Sorry. Is this Jack Kirby for Sergeant Fury? King size issue number 2.
It looks like it, yeah.
And then just to bring us up to modern times, we have 2002, I believe. This is a J. Scott Campbell early cover.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And I got this as well today.
Oh,
so this is one of those metal Judge Dredd badges that were released. So this was a Z box special release. I picked that up on eBay for a few quid, so I was happy to put that in the Judge
How
Dredd
romantic. How romantic. Sticky pages?
So who did you get the mystery box off, Andy?
You watch it.
It
Paid
was
a couple of quid too as well. There we go.
It was World of Superheroes on Whatnot.
And how much did you pay for it, Andy?
40 quid.
It's not bad. Not bad
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, 40 quid. So they were auctioning them off, and it was the first cover appearance of Sif that I recognised. And I was thinking to myself, even if it's low grade, that would be worth about 40 quid.
Yeah.
And nobody else bid on it, so I got the box for like £46 delivered.
Wow.
Jesus, man, that's nothing. Well done, sir. Well done. What have you got, Peter?
I've just got a couple of little bits. Couple of moderns. So Thundercats, Delotto,
Oh, nice.
and the Virgin.
Nice.
Bit of Lino action. Books not the best, but the covers are stunning. So yeah, I loved my Delottos, so got that.
Yeah.
I also got some mystery box type things from Comic Sam, I want to say. So I've picked out a few bits and bobs. These are all going in my giveaway box, but just to show them off, we've got a variant of Cobra Commander #1.
Nice.
That's quite a nice book. We've got a foil shiny of Duke #1.
Nice.
And now that is Green Arrow book. Shiny.
Jamie.
So yeah, they'll go in my my giveaway box. I also went to a comic fair and I picked up a ton of Alex Ross villain covers. Again, all going to go in my mystery box.
Nice.
But yeah, they were quite nice.
That Magneto one's awesome.
Yeah, I think I only paid £1 each for these or something. So yeah.
Oh wow.
There's
That's
9
cool.
of those. Yeah.
That's wicked.
So, some nice books to go in the giveaway box.
Well. And yeah, that's you lads have been busy, ain't you? Hey, I need to up my game. I do need to up my game. Before we end for the evening, I believe you two have got a charity show lined up.
Yeah, so 1st of March, next Friday night, we're going to be doing our charity show. We'll be doing the usual kind of talking comics and things like that as we go along, but we're going to do a bit of an auction. We'll total up how much money we've raised on the channel at that point. And then we'll auction off some different bits and bobs. There's some giveaways Andy's got planned. Comic Deal is going to auction off some commissioned cards. So he's got some cards, and you can pick who you want to draw on that, which is really kind of him, so over the moon with that. So yeah, it should be a fun night. We're not expecting to raise thousands, but whatever we make will be donated to mental health charities. And it's also just worth saying that even if you're just watching, that generates funds. So please just watch, and it'll help all take away to give away to charities. We've made an executive decision, and we've chosen a charity already. So Andy, I don't know if you want to mention the charity we're going to be supporting.
Yeah, it's so yeah. I've just literally stuck up the link there to the Just Giving page. So I think we are going to start with Young Minds. So if you go to youngminds.org.uk, it'll give you an idea of what they do. But really important work for young people with mental health difficulties. Please, as Peter said, you don't necessarily need to donate, but just come along and watch the show. There'll be lots of nice treats to go in auction. You'll see this box just behind me there. I think I mentioned it before. I'm slowly but surely trying to fill this up with comics. Some will be bagged and bolded, some won't. I'm just throwing in lots of 90s stuff, lots of stuff that's sort of kicking about the office. And if anybody who does donate through the Just Giving page, they will be put into the giveaway wheel to win that box of what comics for free.
It's worth mentioning that we've set up the Just Giving page because YouTube, when you do super chats and things like that, can't remember, what is it, 30% or something?
30% they take off, yeah.
They take a big chunk off. So we want it to be as above board as possible. So Just Giving page is set up. All the donations on the night will go into that. Any charity bids, any auctions, the money gets sent straight to that rather than to any of us. And then at the end of the night, we'll total it all up and I'll transfer it from the Just Giving page into the charity so everybody can see.
And you also get gift aid through Just Giving as well if you're eligible. So that's even better than YouTube taking their cut.
I've got quite a few Funko Pops that you can kind of use for that as well. So why not write them in as well, mate? All right, no worries. All right. Well, I think that's it. Another show done. Another weekend to look forward to. Anything else you two beautiful men have got to say before we sign off for the evening? No?
Not tonight.
Baba. Everyone have a good weekend. Thanks to every single person in the chat joining every single week. Congratulations to Charmaine. Apparently she can't read, Wayne said, so that'd be interesting. You can just look and point at the pictures. Why not? Go for it.
That's what we do.
Exactly. So on that note, have a great evening, have a good weekend, and we will see you next week. If not, we don't see you before on Peter's million shows. Crack on, everyone. Have a good one. See you later.
Bye.